Hi viewers, myself Dr. Pradeep Reddy, Associate Professor, SAGE University, Bhopal, would like to bring to you in this video about risk management and risk analysis. See, if you are never scared or embarrassed or hurt, it means you never take any chance. In life, we have to face many situations which are positives, which are negatives, which are mixture of it. So, in this connection, I would like to bring you about the risk management and risk analysis. So, what is risk management is the process involved with identifying, analyzing, and responding to risk. It includes maximizing the results of positive risk and minimizing the consequences of negative events. So, here it is a mixture of positives and negatives. And what is risk analysis? Risk analysis is a process that helps you identify and manage potential problems that could undermine key business initiatives or projects. To carry out a risk analysis, you must first identify the possible threats that you face and then estimate the likelihood that these threats will materialize. Risk analysis can be complex as you will need to draw on detailed information such as project plans, financial data, security protocols, marketing forecasts, and other relevant information. However, it is an essential planning tool and one that could save time, money, and reputations. So, when to use risk analysis is useful in many situations. When you are planning projects to help you anticipate and neutralize possible problems, when you are deciding whether or not to move forward with a project, when you are improving safety and managing potential risk in the workplace, when you are preparing for events such as equipment or technology failure, theft, staff sickness, or natural disasters. When you are planning for changes in your environment, such as new competitors coming into the market or changes to government policy. So, in these situations, risk analysis is useful. And how to use risk analysis? First of all, we have to identify threats, that is, human illness, death, injury, or other loss of a key individual. Third is operational is disruption to supplies and operations, loss of access to essential assets, or failure in distribution. And reputational, that is a loss of customer or employee confidence. And procedural is failure of accountability, internal systems or controls, or from fraud. And project, going over budget, taking too long on key tasks, or experiencing issues with product or service quality. And financial, business failure, stock market fluctuations, interest rate changes, non-availability of funding. And technical is advances in technology or from technical failure. Natural is weather, natural disasters or disease. Political is changes in tax, public opinion, government policy, or foreign influence. And structural is dangerous chemicals, poor lighting, failure boxes, falling boxes, or any situation where staff, products, or technology can be harmed. And the second one is the how to estimate this risk is risk value is equal to probability of events multiplied with cost of event, so that we can get the risk value of it. So given is the example, you can see in it how the risk probability can be attained and how to manage risk. So use the 6 risk management processes, that is risk management planning, risk identification, qualitative risk analysis, quantitative risk analysis, risk response planning, and risk monitoring and control. So when we do all these 6, automatically we can plan the risk. First of all, we have to risk management planning. Automatically we have to plan the risk. When, what are the inputs that we are having, what are the environmental, organizational projects, and the project management plan, so that what will be the tools and techniques that can be used, and then we will be getting the outputs of risk management plan. And the what is the risk management plan is the methodology that we apply, roles and responsibilities, budgeting, timing, risk categories, and the definitions. So the probabilities and the impact matrix, stakeholder tolerances, reporting formats, and the tracking. Here you can see the risk breakdown structure, which is given over here. Take care, for example, a project has been taken, and in that we are taking the dimensions of technical, organizational, and the project management. Here in technical, we are taking a limited design time and the specifications adherence. And in the project of organizational, we have to fund for it. We have to give the prioritizations, and we have to resource availability. We have to check the resource availability. And the third one is the project management. Under that, we have to make a first of all estimates of it. We have to schedule it, when we have to start it, and we have to communicate it. Then only the full process completes. And this is the risk identification as given. So we have to identify the enterprise environmental factors, organizational risk assets, process assets, project scope, risk management plan, and all these are the inputs. And we are the tools and techniques are the documentation reviews, information gathering, checklist analysis, assumption analysis. Everything should be done, and then output will be the risk register. Then only we can register that risk, that there is a risk with us. And these are the information gatherings. We have to make a SWOT analysis. We have to find out the root cause identification, interviewing it. Then only we can identify it. We have to do brainstorming by using Delphi technique. And this is the diagramming techniques. Cause and effect diagrams, also known as Ishikawa or fishbone diagrammatical process. Either we have to test, we have to inadequate time, project prioritization, personnel, materials, insufficient resources, bad speculations, and these all leads to the product delivered late. These are the effects which we have to identify it. And this is the risk register. How we will be registering the risk is identified risk, potential responses, and the root causes. And we have to management the planning of risk. Then we can do a planning of it, and then we can find the methodologies, and we can find the probabilities and impact matrix, so that all these factors we have to estimate it, and then we have to make a quantitative and qualitative risk analysis, so that what are the probabilities and proportionates we are having. And this is the small example of decision tree analysis of risk analysis. In this, you can see how to build or upgrade a plant. So what will be the demand for it? What we have to do in a weak demand, and when there will be a strong demand, and when there will be a weak demand, when we have to upgrade a plant, or we have to set up a new plant. So this is how we have to do it. And this is the risk response planning we have to done. And these are the strategies that we have to adopt. And this is the risk monitoring and control. This is the risk management summary, what we have discussed, and which is at most important for us. And this is how we have to make a risk analysis. Hope you might have understood. Thank you, everyone.